Hey, friends, welcome to Did She Just Say That? Just a reminder, you can always follow us on all our socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Did She Just Say That? Pretty simple, so nothing too crazy there.
And YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, and YouTube. Oh, yeah, we are now on YouTube. You can watch all of this glory that we have. But welcome to our table. Again, you always have a seat here. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Chesson. And this week we're talking all about friendship.
Friendships. Love
I'm
it.
excited about this one.
Me too. Me too. This one doesn't give me the heebie jeebies.
True. The first one, I think the only heebie jeebies were just because it was the first one.
Yeah.
Second one,
Oh,
I gave myself
love.
the ick.
Yeah. And I'll wear my heart earrings for you. Yeah, here we are. We're here. We're friends.
We're friends.
We are friends.
We're sissy cats.
We are sissy cats. The only person I call sissy cat over here. And everyone just, I don't know. I don't care what they think about it. I think it's awesome. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. Sissy cat.
So we do life together. The good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah. We've been friends for, we never can get it right. I feel like it's been 15, 20 years, but I think I've known
I
you
think
forever.
it's been 10.
Yeah. But you are also someone that in my hometown, like, hello to my hometown friends. I would totally pick, like, I feel like we would have been friends back then too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you were in elementary school, but
We're about the same age. It's fun.
yeah,
You
fun.
know, but no, I remember meeting you, Chess, and we were both married, had a pretty large friend group, and I remember just like my first impression of you, I was like, this girl is like, she's gorgeous. First of all, you have the most beautiful hair I've ever seen on a person.
Thanks.
But I love how, like, one of my favorite things about you is how honest you are. Like, that is so rare. Because sometimes confrontation's hard, but you are like, when you get to know, like, you on a deep level, it's like everything that you say comes from your heart. And so
I
I
try,
appreciate
not
that.
always.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So,
My first impression was just, and I call you sunshine for a reason. You
yeah.
were a ray of sunshine. You didn't just take time to get to meet me. You invested in my kids immediately.
Aw,
And I
yeah.
noticed that when we were at the pool, it wasn't just sitting and talking with me. You were in the pool, playing with my babies, asking me questions about them, and getting to truly know them, not just me.
Yeah.
And I immediately was like, that's a good lady right there.
Aw.
And then I got to meet your parents like early on. So I was like, okay, she's very family oriented. Like,
Yeah.
it was just, yeah,
Yeah. There are pictures of me rubbing Rue's back.
putting her to sleep.
Yeah. So,
She's a baby.
yeah, your babies are a part of you. So, absolutely. Like, that's
Yeah.
your world. So, yeah. And here we are.
10 years later.
Here we are 10
Closer
years.
than ever.
Yes. And saw this one today, and I was like hugging her, and I was like, gosh, we cannot go more than like a couple days. I missed you.
It had been the longest stint
Yeah.
for a while. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but no. So yeah, shout out to your friend. I mean, this is a friendship week, so I don't know. Reach out to friends, tell them something you love about them. I don't know, especially if you've been friends for a long time. Like, it's just a good remembrance of like when you first met and all that. So yeah, we did. We walked down that road together.
Did. Right down there.
Yeah. So talk to me about youth friendships. How have those changed from early on to teenage years, adult years for you?
What it looks, the difference and what it
Yeah.
looks like. Oh, it's so different. Middle school, you were just worried about what ball game are you going to. For us, it was going to the skating rink every weekend.
Yeah.
And you knew about, home life and stuff, but it was about what basketball game are we going to? What football game is this weekend? Is there a new movie out?
Yeah.
Totally different.
Who's the quarterback on the football team? Who's the cute one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was life. Friday night football games.
Did you go to 579? Was that a store when you were growing up?
First of all, no. I mean, I was 20 minutes from Walmart, so I know.
Okay.
I know. I missed out on that.
Okay. Maybe
we had
it was
Cato's.
like the limited.
We had Cato's.
Limited too.
Is that similar? No. Going to the mall was a treat. That was like a 45 minute trek to E-Town, we call it, E-Town.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that was and are we
that
going
was
to
the
the
town for me.
mall? Okay.
Rarely did we go to Louisville. Louisville's the big city. Yeah. So
It
yeah.
was a drive.
It was a
It's
drive.
totally, yeah. But that's what friendship was in middle
Yeah.
school. And
Mhm.
who do you have a crush on? We wrote notes, so we'd get a piece of paper. I'd write a note. You'd give it to them. Then they'd write back on the same piece of
Did
paper,
you
and you did all the
did you
folds.
fold it?
Yes.
Lori Abel, Mattingly Abel, the best. We would write. We I've been friends in sixth grade.
Mhm.
She's the best folder of ever. I want to see your origami today, girl.
I
So
wish
good.
I would have known we were going to go there. I have a box that I still have of all of
Yes.
my notes. It was Amanda Harvey, God rest her soul, Carrie Jones, Loftus, sorry, and Leah McGuire
Hmm.
and Danielle Lemon. We wrote notes constantly, and
Love
sometimes
it.
it would pass around, but I have a box still
I love
of
that.
all of.
The shoebox. I mean, mine wasn't a
No, it
shoebox.
moved up to like a. Mhm.
Oh, those are fancy boxes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
I love that.
but it's totally different. Sorry, I
Yeah.
touched on the middle school side and not the
Nostalgic.
adult side.
Yeah.
It's harder. And
Hmm.
friendship is a relationship. You have to put work in.
Yep.
Last week we talked about romantic relationships, and there are a lot of things that you're going to hear that are kind of the same
Yeah.
because
Similarities.
there are similarities
Hmm.
in friendship. It's a Again, it's a relationship. So
Yep.
it takes work,
It
and you
does.
have to adjust and learn what it looks like
Hmm.
to be a friend as an adult.
Especially as life changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, you have, and if you're like me, I was married early on. And so, but yeah, you had your married friends, you had your single friends, and then you had your friends and you were going to baby showers. And then, so that's changed. And now back to single life,
Yeah.
right? And now we are, I have friends all over the board. Ages
Same.
don't matter. I mean, um, yeah, I just think that those connections are very deep rooted. And as you get older, like your circle does get smaller. Because
Gets
I had a lot of
deeper.
it does. I had so many acquaintances, like different
Mhm.
groups. I have my volleyball friends. I have my back home friends. I have my Louisville friends. Now I have Jeffersonville friends, Indiana friends. So it's like little bitty pockets, but I still have that core
Yeah.
now. Because I was I actually felt that I had to give all the love to all of them, right? And you stretch thin, and then, but yeah, now it's like my core is there.
Let's make friends. So,
Yeah,
but I mean, it's a learning.
it
You learn
is. Yep.
in friendship and what it looks like, and you even have your work friend. Like,
Yes.
have my Tuesday girls that
I
work
love
friends.
that.
So it's just
Yeah. And with seasons, we
yes.
bonded during divorce. Those were two really tough seasons, or a tough season for each of us. Um, but the people that you meet, I remember when my dad passed. I mean, there were a handful of people that like pulled me out. You were definitely one of those. You know, just showing up during the divorce, showing up at your house and being like, "Let's pack it and go." Yeah, Sarah Logan, she did that. She showed up and she was like, "Let's do this." Of course, family, my sister,
Yeah.
in law and brother, but yeah, my core people, and yeah, you're definitely in that core.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
of course.
Of course, we are
Yeah,
our core.
yeah.
It's another like how it looks different in the seasons. If we're talking about the seasons in life, and when my kids were young, I had to have friends that had young kids.
Sure. Yeah, because you want your friends
And
to their friendships with them. Yeah.
yeah, well, and if I wanted to be able to hang out with my girlfriends,
Hmm.
they had to be able to play with somebody, you know.
Like, don't,
And
mom, like that whole, go
yeah,
have fun with friends.
got to meet at the park, and that was a really hard for me. It was a
Hmm.
hard season because
Yeah.
sometimes it was the kids' friends that then you try to do these mommy play group dates, and it was
Hmm.
like I was not one of those moms, and so
Yeah.
it was there. We did it,
Hmm.
and we went to the park, but
Yeah. Those faded.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And
Yeah.
the kids still hang out and stuff, but we just weren't.
Hmm.
When you like you were saying in different seasons of
Yeah.
life, we had a lot of acquaintances when we met,
Hmm.
and some we thought were close friends, but they were acquaintances, and
Sure.
you a surface level friendship where you don't go deep and you just do the fun
Mhm.
things, or when you go on vacation it gets a little deep. you know
Yeah, a few glasses of wine, like conversations happen.
well,
Yeah.
and you're staying in the same
Yeah.
place, like it
Oh
just
yeah, you're in bubbles.
yeah.
What about outgrowing people in relationships? Is that something that you like? Because I feel like, yeah, you don't know it sometimes, but then
Yeah.
you're like, is this person cheering for me, or are we at different levels now in our life, or so?
I still have close friends back home that have always been part of my core and will always be part of my core. It looks different now.
Hmm.
Um, Being an implant is what I kind of call it
Hmm.
here. It was hard to make friends, and there were that friendships that ended. Some, of course, yes, they needed to, and some were out of the blue.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't get answers.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you have to accept it.
Yeah.
And you don't push yourself on them. I mean, but when it happens, you have to respect it.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
it's
Like
not easy.
like romantic relationships, right? When those die and they fade, it's sometimes like you're calling truce and it's time to move forward. So
Yeah.
yeah,
The
we
outcome.
talked a little bit about this last week. Red flags and green flags in friendships. Yeah, those actually translate really well. But we don't. Do we talk like? Do you hear that very often? Red flags,
Never.
green flags in friendships. I'm curious if you all do hear that. Comment whatever. But
Yeah, let us know.
yeah, what are some examples of those for you?
I think we maybe label it differently. We're like, what are their qualities?
Yeah,
Or is that someone,
sure.
but with all of the buzzwords with dating,
Mm,
we call it red flag, green flags. And I think with
yeah.
friendship, it's just labeled differently.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
Personally, I like being friends with people that our lives are different. It challenges me to
Mhm.
see things differently. You bring something different to the table, and I love that. And I said this in our 20 things that you would tell your younger self. To me, I learned this in my early 30s, and I always like to have at least three people in my life. Someone that is older than me, that is pouring into me,
Mhm.
someone that is my age, around my age, that I'm doing life with,
Mhm.
and someone that is younger than me that I am pouring into.
Yeah.
And you learn so much. And when you can bring those three together, it's so cool. I mean, for
Yeah.
me, you build a foundation and then
Mhm.
you get to like introduce it, and it's really cool. But I think it's a really good thing because
Mhm.
you you're getting mentored, you're doing life, and you're mentoring.
Yeah.
But it
You're
becomes just
passing.
beautiful friendships.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like mentorship anymore or
Mhm.
anything like that. But I think that's
Yeah.
very important. And that would be a green flag, you
Yeah.
know?
Hey, Chesson, come over for a mentorship. Like, you don't say that, but like
No.
our time together,
Yeah.
I do learn from you. Um, and especially if someone has been through an experience that you're just freshly going through. Like I kind of navigate towards people when I hear they're first getting divorced. I'm like, oh, I it just kind of hits you. Like I was sitting that, and I know I was there before, and I get that, and just reaching that hand out, or a parent passing, or just something that you've been through.
Yeah.
It's really nice to be able to be that person and comfortable with offering that.
Yeah.
So
Do you
yeah,
have things that you would consider red flags or green flags?
yeah. So I, we talk about. I think we both do this really well. Celebrating the wins
Mm.
is so big. We because sometimes we think about friendships. Sometimes we go, "Oh, they were there for me in a hard time," but like, what about the good times too? And so, just being able to celebrate the small things, or
Are you cheering for me or are you competing with
yeah,
me?
right.
Red
Like,
flag,
are you
green
like
flag.
trying to knock my crown off, or are you trying to straighten my crown and be like, and secretly be like, hey sissy cat, your crown's a little crooked. I'm gonna help you out a little bit. Or do you let that person have that green paste of lettuce in their teeth all day?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, Just being able to be that
I
person.
look really good in this picture. She doesn't, but this is the one that
Yeah, but I'm gonna choose that one.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but green flags. I mean, um, for me, like you challenge my faith. And sometimes, like when you tell me, "Hey, I'm praying for you," I'm kind of going, oh, "Yeah, why am I not doing that already?" So I think that having that friend that holds you accountable in your faith and in your like, that's really positive, and that's a huge green flag for me. Um, but yeah,
One thing that we say a lot to each other is, I wish you could see you the way I see you.
yeah, yes, oh yeah.
And follow it up with,
Mm-hmm.
this is what I see in you. This is who
Mm-hmm.
I see you to be. This is
Yeah,
what you're bringing to the table. This is who you are to other people.
yeah.
Because those truths you start believing them,
Mm-hmm.
as you should.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have someone that you're doing life with that knows all of that
Yeah,
stuff,
in your
and
court.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a shout out to our girl Jess.
Girl, she is
She's
our hype girl.
always rooting us on, and love that. So Jess, thank you.
We love
For
you.
we love you. Thank you for just being so sweet and and cheering us on, even when we don't know what we're doing sometimes.
That's when she does it
Yeah,
best. Is
I know,
when we're
I know, I know. She knows right when to say like, "Hey."
yes.
So yes, we love you.
We love you, Jesse Craig.
Long distance relationships, sis. You have them. What do you think about them?
Yeah. So one of my closest girlfriends, I have a couple of close girlfriends back home and a
Mm-hmm.
couple of close guy friends back home. And one girlfriend, we we don't talk even weekly,
Mm-hmm.
but when we need each other,
Yeah.
you drop it. I have one that we talk probably weekly, um, and we still try to do life together.
Mm-hmm.
And I have one Monday through Friday. We have coffee almost every single morning.
I love that.
If we call past 11 a.m., something is wrong and you need
Mm-hmm.
to answer the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we talk all the time, like, this year we're going to do better about seeing each other this year. And
Mm-hmm.
life happens, but she knows just about as much, if not more, than you do
Oh
about
yeah.
me. And if we've gone a couple of days without our coffee day, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
it's mandatory. Something is
It's
going on.
time. Mm-hmm.
And the other day she was like, I know what's going on with you by the way you say hello.
Mm. Oh yeah. What a what a beautiful friendship,
But we
right?
don't, it's
Yeah.
not, we're not sitting at each other's table
Yeah.
and getting to share a meal, but
Yep.
we're having that coffee. I mean, she's normally having coffee and yogurt because she's been up since 4 o'clock working out. But
That's great. Do you know one of my favorite things is that we have both introduced each other to our hometown friends.
yes, we have.
Um, even I introduced you to some of my volleyball friends, Amy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
so I love that so much because you're integrated into my world. I'm integrated in yours. I feel like when I do go home with you to visit, it is like me going home to visit my friends. And so I do love your friends, and they're great. Your mom, your parents, and they're fantastic. And
yeah.
so I just love that. I love that. I mean, we that event that was there, I got to see, and what I love is seeing them how they love you. I'm like, this girl is so loved. Like I knew you were, but then I see that love from early on in life. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
And
So
it's the same.
yeah,
And like I told you, whenever I go to your hometown,
hmm
I feel like I'm at my hometown.
yeah, we're boot scooting boogieing.
Yeah.
You know?
What's it called, on the slab? Is that what
Oh yeah, on the slab.
on the slab?
Yeah, in Raywick.
On the creek.
On the creek. You went to the creek.
I did.
She did. She did.
I did.
But yeah, just enjoy the different stages of life. And you know what's really great about friendships? That those are the ones that are so deep rooted is that life is going to happen, but like you're not doing it alone. And one of the messages, well, I'm not getting like emotional here. One of the messages at church that I when I went to church this past week, which was yesterday, um, talked about we are to be in community with people. And I keep hearing that phrase over and over and over again. And it makes me so grateful for my community and my people um, that, you know, friends are not always the ones that, like, they're not born into your family. You choose those friends. And so I just feel it's just one of those things where I sat in church and was like, I am so grateful for community, for, the calling of just beautiful people.
It's the
So yeah,
family you get to choose.
yes, it's
Because
amazing.
if you're building it and you're truly letting them in,
Hmm.
if you're sitting at the table with your friends and they're talking about the person that just walked away, they're probably not your friend.
Right, because when you walk away,
So when
people
you
talk
walk,
about you.
yes, when you're sitting at the table and you can get up confidently
Hmm.
and know that your name, don't lose that seat.
Absolutely. Will you say that again, please?
Don't lose your seat.
Don't lose your seat.
Seat's taken.
You
You
can't
can't
sit
sit
here.
here.
That's great. Comment, name that movie. I don't know. You'll get a gold star for the day because we're gonna hand out gold stars.
All right, I
We
love
we are.
that. Okay,
We're gonna
I
see who's
like that.
watching us.
Or a crown.
Yeah.
I just think that it's important to have that place where you don't have to worry. So whenever conflict does happen,
Hmm.
you feel safe to go and sit down and say, "Hey, we need to have a conversation.
Yeah.
We need to talk."
We do. Yeah.
And with any relationship, like I said, it takes work. Things are going to happen.
Mhm.
I mean, let you want to get real with
Let's get
it.
real, real.
I think
Let's
we
get real,
should.
real. You want to get real, real?
We've had hard conversations,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
We've had one argument.
Mhm.
It was ugly.
It was nasty. And let me just tell you, all my red flags that I know that I have came full surface.
And some I didn't know about.
Yeah. And then I like walk away. And in that moment, I was like, Ash, you did not handle that the way you would normally handle. I mean, full transparency, I work in human resources and I am constantly having conversations with people about have the conversation and don't be reactive, respond. I am all giving all those cues. And here I am reacting, not responding, looking at the problem and blowing it up and attacking the person that I love the most. Like all of that surfaced.
But do you remember doing that to your parents when you were a kid?
Oh yeah.
Because you felt
Yeah.
safe.
Yes. And I was like, I'm gonna get the last word in. I'm
Oh,
going
you
to
did.
cut. I know. I'm gonna cut. I'm going to oh play on the insecurity. I'm going to do, and it just is so nasty. And I will always apologize for
But
that. But I know we passed it.
the
But
best part was it all came out.
mhm.
There was no that those few things that we probably had tucked deep down
Mhm.
came out.
Yep.
We had to sit in it, we had to wrestle in it,
Yep.
and then we had to have a really hard conversation. But
Mhm.
I felt like that conversation was done with such love and grace.
Mhm. Yeah.
It wasn't easy, and I didn't want to have it.
Yeah. You let it because you are a natural leader. And so I'm probably my pride is like a little, it's there's some sassy. Like I'm not gonna be the person to apologize. Like there's a part of me that's like that, and you led that conversation, and I'm glad I would have come to it later, but I think having that space, you approached me with love, and I responded with love, and so we were able to, yeah, we were able to work through it.
We were talking about apology languages in our last
Hmm. Yeah.
episode, and we've never talked about that
No.
before. And I think for me, because I sent a text first, and when I wasn't ready to talk, and I simply said, "I'm not there yet,"
Yeah.
because I didn't want my words to
Yeah.
cut,
Yeah.
and I needed to process
Mhm.
it. I needed to pray about it,
Yep.
and you respected it.
Yep. Yeah.
Totally understand.
Respect
But it
boundaries.
was we had, like I said, we had never discussed about apology languages or anything like that, but
Mhm.
we had a level of respect for each other that whatever was said was received and respected.
Yeah.
I mean, and then we
Yeah.
worked through it. But and that's only happened once, thank God.
Thank you, Lord.
um, but conflict is going to happen, and you
Mhm.
have to figure out can we be honest with each other
Mhm.
and truly talk about it and feel safe enough
Mhm.
to let the truths come out, maybe your insecurity or what hurt, to trust them to say, not only do I trust you with this information, but I want to work through it
Mhm.
to grow stronger. Because if you don't, then you grow resentment.
Yeah.
And if you talk to everybody else about that, that's kind of how our friendship started. I didn't want to talk about a
Yeah.
situation with anyone else before I talked to you about it because I didn't want
Mhm.
anyone else to be able to share it with you.
Yep.
I wanted it to come from me. And that was really when we
Mhm.
started truly bonding,
We did, yeah.
um, because the way she received it was beautiful. Because I'm like, here, like all the things. She was like,
Mm.
I can't believe that
I mean, I
you.
I was I wasn't super shocked, but I was so happy and was like, I respect you so much for sharing that with me. Like, I couldn't name another person in that moment that would have done that.
No,
And
I
I'm
could
sure on your end, like you're like, I don't know how she's gonna react, but I'm doing
had
this
no clue.
because you cared about me as a person.
Yeah.
And so the respect factor was like out of the gate. It came like,
Well, and it was killing me. Like I
I
wanted to
know,
talk to
yeah,
somebody about it
yeah.
so bad, but I
You
was
got,
like, I don't want to talk to
you
anyone
got to talk
before I
about it. Yeah,
tell her.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the vulnerability that for those conversations, my childhood trauma. I know we talked about trauma surfaced so hard. So like, the on my end, gosh, this is going to be pretty deep conversation, and I'm okay with sharing it. But the leaving before you're left, I immediately, what did I do? I got in my car, and I wasn't like, let me go in the other room and chill for a minute. I was like packing my stuff up, and Chesson was, and she even offered to help me, and I was like, no, I've got this. Like,
Mm.
so the leaving part,
Hold on, Tom.
yeah, timing out.
Said,
What is it?
I looked at you and said, you let Satan win.
She did, and I was driving home, and I was like, I don't know how to process that. No one's ever said that to me in my life, and I'm like, you're not wrong. You did say that, and you were, yeah, yeah. It felt, and of course, I rethought that 17 times in my head. But also like, just
Sorry.
your fun, just the so leaving that's always been a thing for me. My ex boyfriend's gonna attest to that. But also like just,
But that's to protect you. To
oh
leave
yeah,
before.
it's a protecting thing for sure. Um, and then the just like the that time apart. Of course, I picked every little thing apart, and then and this is how I handle conflict. I'll leave, and then I'm furious at the person, and then I go, well, actually, you didn't handle that well, and then I start and then I have guilt for myself. It's like a process for me, and I point back to and then I'm ready to tell you, oh my gosh, I did all these things, like I know I didn't handle that well, and so yeah, that was and our insecurities and all those things can surface so fast. And so yeah, I did. I walked away because yeah, I did, and still processing things obviously from a, how should I handle things when the heat comes in. So
Yeah, but when you're doing that stuff together, it's like,
hmm
okay, hold on. Now we have this out.
yeah,
Let's keep chucking away at it. Like let's get
yeah,
to the root
hmm
because you said childhood trauma.
mm-hmm.
That can change into so many things into adulthood, and it doesn't just go into your.
They look different, but it's still there, right?
It does look different,
Yeah,
absolutely,
yeah,
but you bring it into every kind of
hmm
relationship, and you just have to know, like, I have some friends that I consider good friends,
hmm
but I don't go deep with them,
yeah,
and it's just
yeah.
they're that's not the friendship
They don't get that
that.
side.
Well, it's just not the friendship
Yeah,
that, and that's
hmm
okay. You're gonna have different types of friends, and
yeah,
sometimes you get lucky and you
hmm
get a friend or three friends that bring it all to the table.
yeah.
And man, oh man, you're
Hit the
blessed. Like,
jackpot.
yeah, I
Yeah,
count that as a huge blessing
hmm
and fight for them.
yeah,
Like when the fight happens, if
hmm
You can bite your tongue. If you say the things, and just say, hold on. We've been through all of these things, and at the core, this is who I know that they are.
Yeah.
So I am not one to normally reach out first. But I also know how hard she is on herself. And we're both overthinkers. So I was like, I need her to know that the love is still genuine.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to let you fall in love. Yeah. But I need space.
So childhood trauma, another thing that comes to mind. I have always, with relationships, they have been 100 or 0. I literally thought that day that our friendship was like there was no coming back from it. But that's how I have always pictured.
Was one of the first things you said to me
Oh, I was blubbering, saying, I thought this was over. And she was like, we had a bump in the road. Like, and I'm like, we done took the car off the road and we turned it 3 times and then it blew up and then it's gone. Like, that's how I thought of it. And
there were hurt feelings.
Yeah.
And it was a speed bump.
Yeah. Yep. Well, to make this lighter,
yeah,
let's jump into like a little game.
Okay, I like it. Let's do it.
Who's who in the friendship?
Oh.
So
is this going to be light?
Are we going
to keep it
light? But, Okay. So play along if you have friends. This is always a fun game.
Yeah, tell us who you are.
Who is the planner friend?
You.
100%. I mean, it's funny is that if there's another person involved, like a planner, I'll let them handle it. I just read my room. All right.
Definitely a planner. Yeah. Cancels last minute.
I don't think either of us cancel.
I don't either.
But we can probably both think of somebody that cancels a lot. But we don't cancel.
I don't know.
Well, I don't call anybody out. But,
no.
Okay.
Whoever shares.
I think it's different. With,
Depends on the topic.
And it depends on how many glasses of wine I've had. Or margaritas.
That's true.
Yeah. The oversharing. I think we're going to say both.
Okay.
We talked about getting our little, like, name faces on,
It'd be so funny.
Yeah, I know. All right. Send voice memos over texting.
You.
Yeah. I'm raising my hand.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm driving. Yeah.
You even sent me, I didn't answer a FaceTime and you sent me a video on FaceTime.
Fair enough.
I don't leave voicemails. I don't do any of it.
I did. I did leave a voicemail for you. How many voicemails do you have now on your... Yeah. I didn't mean to call you out, but I just did. That gives me anxiety.
Text messages, voicemails. I think
emails?
There's 200 and some unread text messages, and I think 30 some unread or unlistened to voice. I don't know.
I can't have them unread for 20 seconds and I freak out. So, who's that friend that freaks out and has anxiety over unread things? Me. What else? What else you got?
Falls in love fast.
Bro, that's me. So me. Oh gosh. Yeah, it's the romantic in me, I don't know. I love love. Amy Bosco, I love love.
Ashley loves love.
Brutal truth.
That's me.
But it's never it's not truly brutal. It's just honest and real.
I've learned to fluff it up and not be brutal. I was brutal when I was younger.
Yeah.
I'm a fluffer now.
But you know what? I don't know. I think I told you that's one of the things I love about you is how honest you are. So
Sarah. She said, she's like, I've never met someone that can say the type of things and it sounds so nice.
Yeah, it sounds nice. Like, Cheston's like, your hair looks terrible today. And I'm like, I need dry shampoo.
I've never said that.
Never. But I just made it sound like you smile through it.
Yeah.
Who takes the most screenshots? You're not gonna own this one.
It's me.
It's you.
But it's not screenshots of other people's stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. No, I do screenshots for dates on my phone. Like a concert's coming up. Oh, screenshot that so I remember to add it to my calendar. But sis has some tea when you share stuff. It's like screenshot.
Yeah. But it's not other people's business.
It's not. It's yours.
It's my business.
It's your biz.
Yeah. So who are you in the friend group? Who
Yeah.
are you the planner? Are you the one that cancels? The one that has thousand unread text messages? Are you voice memoing? Do you love all the love?
If you love love, let me know because we can love together. But yeah,
Yes.
find your people that don't compete with you,
Mm.
but they grow you.
Cheer you on, and you
Yeah,
don't have to be there.
yeah.
Always leave your light on in the kitchen. If you have not listened to that song by Ashley
Yes, Ashley
McBride,
McBride, shout out.
it's one of my favorites, and
Yeah.
it always makes me leave my kitchen light on.
Mhm.
Even though right now it's the strobe light in my stove. I don't know how that happened. I think it
I'll
was
have to
the
see it
kid.
later. Yeah,
But
but it's never too late, ladies. I want you to hear this. It's never too late, and gentlemen, to start new friendships.
no.
It's never too late to rekindle friendships. Um, if that's something you want to do, um, there has to be obviously both sides to that. But if you're today a person trying to struggle, you're struggling and finding community and finding friendships. There are ways to go about it. So don't feel that you're alone. Share, comment, like you're not alone in that. Let's build that community for each other.
The gym,
Yeah,
your
volleyball
volleyball.
world. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different ways, and
yeah,
we say that, but it is hard,
it
and
is
it
hard.
takes work, and you got to keep showing up. You got to keep trying,
Yeah,
but there are ways, and if you feel like I've tried all that and it's not there,
yeah.
you always have a seat
At our
at our
table.
table.
See you all. Oh,
We forgot
oh
last time.
wait, but listen, we got elbow high, so we'll not hit our mics. That's pretty good. I
We'll see you guys next week.
don't know why I waved. We can cut that off.
I like it.
Wave. What do you think, Sissy Cat? That was so